qualified through the winner side of the double elimination bracket. Nice square break. Don't think Jeffrey has an opening on the one. Maybe with some right spin to throw the one to the left. You can aim a little thicker. This young man at the table, I haven't really seen much from him earlier on. Don't think I've ever seen him play. So it's definitely my pleasure to see what he's capable to do. This young lady at the table, I've seen quite a numerous of times at the Pro Billiard Series events. Great cueist, executes the ball very smoothly. And looks like a great start after that dry break from Grabe. Stop shot behind the four. If he glues the cue ball, yeah, cue ball nice and close to the four. Will make it difficult for Pia to hit the three ball.
Extension call.
Yeah, Dennis thinking about maybe finding a window. Window between the 10 and the 9. Pia not really too sure if it's there. So looking at kicking two rails.
Three
It's
corner.
called the 3 in the corner. So we are playing best out of 3 sets. Oh, excellent hit there. Needs a little bit of distance. Definitely enough to hang into this rack. Like I was going to say, best out of 3 sets, races to 4 winner break. We are playing 10 ball, so we are playing call shot. And the 3 fall rule is in effect. So in general, pretty quick format. Could easily lose one set within 30 minutes. Oh, look at this. What a shot from Sylviana Liu. Took a little bit of a risk to shoot the 3 into the 9, but she focused as much as she could on that cue ball. I'm honestly not sure if Dennis can even get to the 3 ball here.
10 seconds. Ball one. Ball in hand.
Yeah, I think he thought by himself, if I give it a big swing, maybe I can tie some balls up, because he was glued, married to the 8 ball. No chance of hitting the 3.
6-5.
So the opening chance going to Team Indonesia. A little bit straight on the 4. Might have to draw back to play the 5 in the top left corner in this view. Unless he can still cheat the pocket, but yeah, was able to cheat just a little bit. But as you can see, quite some angle on this 5. So now a little bit more of a pressure shot. In the opening rack, always a little bit more nerves. Need to settle down in the moment a bit.
10 seconds.
Yeah, too low in the cue ball. Has lost the cue ball. Unless there's a 7-10 combination Jeffrey likes to shoot. Yeah, they kind of feel like you have to. What else can you play for a safety?
Ten second.
Yeah, nice recovery shot there. Mainly, the biggest thing was to make the 10. Always expected to get the shape on the 7 with how it was laying. That means that they're now back on track to get the first rack on the board. Doesn't really have to do too much.
Ten corner.
And then this 10 for Jeffrey Zen to get the first rack on the board.
Jeffrey Silviana.
Score now 1-0 for Team Indonesia against, well, Team Europe in this match. Honestly, not too sure about the whole bracket. Yeah, quite a battle in the opening rack.
Rack 2. Jeffrey to break.
Yeah, nice and powerful break. But nothing really finding its way, leaving an opening shot for Grabe or Pia. Looks like Grabe is going to shoot the opening shot and needs to cut the 1 and probably have to play to the left side of the 2 ball, the short side shape. How is the speed? Needs a little bump maybe. Yeah, didn't really want to play with much inside spin just to stay away from the corner pocket scratch. And just barely missed the shape there on the 2, so guaranteed to be
Tension call.
playing a safe on the 2.
Two side.
Gotta make sure there's no double hit. She still did go for the 2 ball in the side pocket and then leave a long 3 ball in case she had made it. Now, curious to see if they can see this shot early. There is a rail first on the 2. And then you could bring the cue ball to the other side of the 10 in the center of the table.
All one. Ball in hand.
Yeah, just slightly too thick on the 2. And now with the ball in hand, we might see Dennis run into the 4 and trying to get the shape on the 3 ball. But the 4 could land right in between. So it's not a guaranteed, But I wouldn't know what else he could play. I don't think the 4. Well,
10
he's looking
seconds.
at playing maybe the 4 in the bottom right. And if the 4 is available, for sure, they're not going to play a bump.
Four corner.
Yeah, nicely placed the cue ball on the 5 and also stayed away to where there's no awkward queuing. See plenty of room next to the 5 ball. Ooh. And could have done maybe with either a little bit more draw or a little bit more follow to push the 10 away. She might be onto a very awkward 5 ball here.
10 seconds.
Probably just playing safe, yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's played a good shot there. Obviously, they would have liked to run out, but from the position she was in, I don't think she even could have gotten any shape on the 6. And if there's no future, then don't make the 5, just play safe. Well, Jeffrey
End the
Zen
call.
is going airborne. Oh, good try. Close. Any second prize? Don't think he has gotten a second prize. There is a cut on the 5. Is Dennis able to not run into the 10? Yeah, great cue ball traveling. The 8 does go by the 9. Maybe a little straighter on the 7, but might still be able to play low left to at least get to the center of the table. Or is he looking at a real first on the 7? Oh, low left it is. Played it well, played it very well. Think it's also going to settle down Grab and Filler when they get this first rack on the board, or at least their first rack on the board. But they will have to wait. She's missed the 8. What a surprising miss that was. The spin might have gotten to her. She might have put a little bit of left spin. And like I mentioned before, the players that did not get so much time on the TV table yet, they might experience a little bit more throw. So a little bit more friction on the balls, playing with the spin or sometimes no spin. And that might have caused her to miss the 8. And this is a nice little kick shot she's played there. Sylviana Liu. Nifty little shot. Very sensitive. Had to catch it full. Dennis now kicking one rail, trying to catch the right side, possibly the 10 in between. And for sure going for distance. Oh. Oh, this is quite the roll there. Really was trying to catch the right side of the 8. He's caught the other side. If the 8 had dropped, they would have been on the 9 to get a 2-0 lead. And now twice the side pocket point really saved them behind the 10. Time's running out. Yeah, close to the corner. But a chance once again for Grabe Filler. Nice and clean.
Take 2.
And Filler
Yeah, Dennis.
getting their team to tie the score. Gotta say, from both teams, a little bit of a back and forth start. No real runouts. Really hard work. Some kicking, some missed opportunities.
Take 3. Tia to break.
Yeah, another dry break.
Push shot. Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget we have a full day to
Time.
go tomorrow. Finals day, last day for the Indonesia International Open 2025. Oh, nice shot there from Dennis. Great base. Very difficult to hit this one ball. Might have to go 2 rails. Now, tomorrow we will have 3 rounds of
One.
mixed
Time.
doubles. The women's final in between and the mixed doubles final to
10 seconds.
end the day with. Will be interesting to see who's going to win the doubles event. And in the women's event, it's Seo Seya. She's up against Muyan Zhang from China. Will be a great final for sure. So hopefully everybody joins us tomorrow. This is our final match for today. As far as I know, Mark White and I, we won't be back at least till tomorrow morning. We start at 10 a.m. Indonesia time. Now,
10 seconds.
let's go back to the match.
Sets and call.
Yeah, very messy layout. Not too sure they are really going over the shots. I know they're both fantastic players, but when the balls are a little bit scrappy, you really need two brains to figure it out. For sure, when the balls are in the open, they're not going to talk all the time to figure out what kind of shape they're going to play. You know, they're very capable, so they don't really want to kill the rhythm, but sometimes you have to a little bit. So many more aspects to double teams or to do a, to be a good pairing in a mixed doubles tournament. So many factors. It's the speed, it's the average thinking. Are you thinking on the same level? Also, how is the communication? You know, do you reach someone quite easy with your coaching or not? You know, it's a lot to it. And then, of course, the average playing level, you know, like how straight does someone shoot?
5 seconds.
Are you aware of someone's flaws? Yes or no?
10 seconds.
There's a steep cut on the six, on the five, excuse me, to get to the six. Would be impressive if they get the job done here. Quite a couple of cuts so far in this rack. But if Dennis can play the six with a little bit of draw here and get straight on the seven, well, I gotta say, wondering if he tried to play some draw and he understruck it, or he just chose to kill the ball off the rail and takes anything from Pia.
10 seconds.
Oh, how's the pace? They've landed possibly in the worst position they could have landed in, because there's not a roll up on the 10 either, like no safety, unless you're just going to overcut the 8 like he's doing here. Yeah, that's really the best thing he could have done, and it's very speed sensitive, and it's on. Not the open shot, obviously. Could go aggressive to play the bank, but overall, players like to put this on the bottom short rail, get the 10 and the 9 in between. Well, also missed a little bit of opportunity there.
Ten seconds. Ten seconds. Sẵn còn.
Yeah, now twice in a row that, well, Grabe and Filler did not get the save on the 8 ball completely, but then the same thing counts for Jeffrey and Silviana. They also did not manage to get the 8 fully covered twice. So this came really up for grabs. Basically, the one that gets the full hook, most likely to win the rack. Dennis chose to go for just the distance. At least the 8 away from the 9 and the 10. So that takes away a lot of easy options. Nice safety battle we're looking at here. Is she going to play a similar shot? That's what she's played. She does have the full hook now on the 8. Yeah, good shot. Nicely controlled.
A corner. 10 seconds. Ball one. Ball in hand.
Yeah, and that's most likely going to be a loss of rack. Ball in hand for Team Indonesia. And 3 balls near. So always have to wait till the job is really done. But shouldn't be a problem at all.
And corner. Jeffrey.
Yeah, so Jeffrey Zen and Sylviana Liu win the rack. Getting the lead in once again. 2-1 up in this opening set. But things not coming by very easy for either team. Both teams really not playing their best yet. Gotta say, they were on the way for a great run out. Grabe and Filler. But then here on the 6, a little bit of a short stroke from Dennis. And eventually them not running out, losing the safety battle. And Jeffrey and Sylviana stealing the rack and breaking. Yeah, they must have been happy to see the 1 ball go straight in the side. Great break. For a second, looked like the 2 ball was going to be in the open, and then last minute, the 3 and the 4 right in between. So another very tactical battle coming up.
Push up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this really does something to Pia, but Pia just before this match lost in a deciding set to Mu Yan Zhang from China in the semifinal of the Women's Open. So just wondering, sometimes it really gets a player pumped up or in that punch to get going again. But then also sometimes they could be so disappointed that their following performance might not be so great. So I'm not sure if that really comes into play, but it's definitely something we have to consider.
10 seconds. Extension goal. Two corner.
Yeah, it can be such a difficult client, Dennis Grabe. I've experienced that my own, playing him quite often. Just has a really deep grind if you look at his
Two.
kicking, his
Further.
defense. Always kicks at the ball with a nice pace.
10 seconds.
So sometimes he kicks it firm to create more distance. Sometimes he knows how to play them real soft. And the distance helped him out there because Jeffrey has missed the two ball there. Not an easy two
Two
ball
quarter.
though. Had to spin the ball a lot of inside spin on the ball, and the cue ball curved out more. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What to play? I mean, as you can see, awkward queuing. Not easy by any means. Can still go forward, but it has to be
10 seconds.
soft to be on the four. Yeah, you put a little bit more punch on there, but now has lost the cue ball even more on the four ball. And it's not like they're not coming up with any great shots. It's just that the cue ball just slightly is getting off angle or just a little bit awkward.
10 seconds. Four side.
Cannot keep that up forever. Oh, look at that cue ball. Imagine if she had made it. Look at that shape on the five. Excellent control, but just barely missed the four.
Four
And
side.
now if Silviana, well, she's called the four on the side probably just in case it goes off the nine. But I would definitely like to catch the left side of the four and very firm bring the cue ball to the left of the 5-6-8. Make some luck happen, and luck has arrived. I mean, luck, it's a calculated risk. You're choosing to catch the left side of the ball there, sending balls towards the 5-6-8, and then you're basically praying for something nice to happen. Yeah, I was trying to catch it thin, has left a shot on the four, and if Jeffrey can hold the cue ball for the five in the top corner, bottom left corner in this view, then a possible run out could be on,
10
and they
seconds.
could be getting on the hill first in the opening set. Could also still play 4-5 in the top right. Ooh. This
Five
is a
corner.
tough one. Lost the cue ball. And even if you shoot the five ball in the top right corner, in the top left in this view, that means you still have to bring the cue ball
10 seconds.
to rails
Reception call.
shape. And yeah, I just don't think it's on. So she might be playing safe behind the 8-6. Yeah, was trying to still get the shape on the six ball. And I think she was so trying to get the shape on the six that she
Five.
hit the five
Corner.
ball too full. Full with inside. Super difficult shot she took on
10
there,
seconds.
Silviana. I'm a little bit surprised actually. Because one good defensive shot would still get them on the hill. But now with Pia missing the five, a lot of opportunities for Indonesia. Excuse me there. Just a little bit surprised. Like I've lost my words a little bit there
Seven corner.
because Silviana didn't really play much with the cue ball. Just a little bit off angle on the 7. Jeffrey has to come up with quite a big shot. Could play with low left. He's played the 7 in the top left corner. Look at this for a shot. That's some excellent cueing from Jeffrey Zen. Like I mentioned, this is a fantastic opportunity to get them on the hill first, putting a little bit more pressure on the Europeans, on Grabe Filler. Now, 2 real shape from 8 to 9 should guarantee them a shot on the 9 and a pretty reasonable shape on the 10. Yeah, every rack quite tactical. And towards the end of the rack, probably because of all the tactical play, the player's just a little bit out of stroke. And then towards the end of the rack, a couple mistakes from both sides, but it is Team Indonesia, Jeffrey Zen and Silviana Liu, who did get on the hill first. They're up 3-1 in the first set.
Back 5. Jeffrey to break.
Yeah, and then now a ball on the break as well. So could we be looking at a breaker run finish to close out the set? The 8 disappearing. The 1 ball does go by the 5, I believe so.
1 corner.
She has called the 1. Might not be the full pocket, but surely worth the risk. Oh, she's missed it. She's missed the 1. Not like this is easy to get the shape from 1 to 2 with the cue ball being so close to the rail, but possibly, yeah, a cannon into the 5 could give you at least something on the 2. And they cannot really afford themselves any more mistakes. I feel like the layout is pretty much open. So any mistake could possibly leave a great run out for the Indonesians to close out the set. Yeah, quite an interesting week so far. If I look at all the events, don't think many players would have picked Sean-Mark Malayan, for example, to win the men's title. And then in the women's, now we have Seo Seya and Muyen Zhang in the final, which, well, there's so many good players in the men's and women's field.
Attention call.
To be honest, I did not pick those players to win the tournament, but they're close. And we could be close to another upset here in the mixed doubles as well, because Jeffrey Zen and Silviana Liu on the hill, definitely putting the pressure on Dennis and Pia. But I gotta say, Dennis played a great shot there. Minimal angle on the 6 to play the 7 in the same side pocket. But there's still a long, long way from winning the set, of course.
10 corner.
Yeah, almost straight in on the 10 though, so you would have to say that this is a nice clean run out from Grabe Filler to pull one back.
Tennis Pia.
Still trailing, but they do have the break. And like I said, at times you just feel like nothing will go on the break, but at times it can be going quite easy to where you make one or two on the break and you get the shape. Just like Jeffrey Zen, he did make one and get the shape. They did not manage to run out, but the Europeans did.
Back 6. Tennis to break.
Oh, maybe the 6 ball. No. Yeah, try break. I think Dennis did count that six ball to go in there, yeah. And it's also showing us to where the tables, they're not grabbing as much anymore as in the beginning of the week. Of course, the TV table is getting 4 or 5 matches a day on it, so it has less slide. But then also with the humidity out there, it really changes the table in many ways. And I'm still happy to see that the cushions are not yet so crazy bouncy. Makes more natural play very welcome. And a chance for Zen and Silviana, but he's missed the open 3 ball. Oh boy. Look at how nicely he got the shape on the 4. I think really the shape from 3 to 4, that was it. Look at 5, 6 combination. If you could have the shape on the 5 after. Ay, ay, ay. It's a bit of a cannon. And the bump, not there. Yeah, you cannot just always hide. At some point, you kind of feel like, yeah, every time you play safe, you get to the other team on the table, and you could be also rehooked as well. So I kind of feel you have to shoot. You have the cut on the 4 to the left side pocket, to the top side pocket in this view. Or does it? No, I don't think it does go to the corner. Yeah, nice shot there. Knew that if he just pocketed the 4, you should be able to still have the 5-6 combination. Would have been quite unlucky if they didn't, actually. Just gotta make sure the pace is right. Doesn't want to lose grip on the 5. Yeah, not sure. This is a thin cut. And this time not exactly guaranteed shape. But he might take a little bit of a risk at it, trying to cut. Sometimes you just feel like it's the moment to just go at it, and sometimes it's time to hide. Yeah. He did not feel taking a risk. Not sure whether Sylviana can hit the 5 real thin or the 10 might be full in the way. It's you gotta need some good eyes. A pair of young eyes is definitely preferred on this.
10 second. Extension call. 5 side. 10 second.
Well, I think she might have left the
5 side.
5 ball on there. I mean, it was risky to still go for the thin contact. We are going to find out. Does it go directly, or do we need a slight massé, maybe a little jump?
10 second.
Might have to go. Then again, a little bit straight. This time cue ball a little bit off the rail, so I'm guessing he could still play with low right towards the 8. Could also go forward, maybe slightly, and that's what he's opting to do. Wow, turned the whole set around. We're now 3 each. Hill in the opening set. This is a last 16 single elimination stage match. So the winner goes through to the quarterfinals tomorrow. The loser is out. So a lot at stake. Grab and Filler just coming back from a 3-1 deficit. And will be breaking for the set.
Like 7. Here to break.
Now Pia Filler breaking. Needs to make a ball on the break. Does make the 1 ball. The 2 ball is very near. Oh, what a chance they have gotten. This is a chance to steal this whole set away from Team Indonesia. Still, it's not a guaranteed one though. As you can see, best thing he could have done was to leave this kind of angle on the 3. And how is she going to hold for the 4 ball? Yeah, it's a little bit of a funny one. They both know they're
10
going to play
second.
low left.
Extension call.
If you catch a piece of the 4, I think you might still be okay. And if you don't, then Dennis at least has the cut on the 4 ball. Yeah, caught the 3 ball a little bit thin, but at least they still have something on the 4. They can play a good safety. Probably send the 4 ball up table, cue ball to the bottom side. Or is he going to roll up on the 8? Oh, this is risky. Did he get on the 8 ball enough? I mean, if you stick the cue ball on the 8, you know it's like a very high percentage set winner. But I'm just not sure. Did they hook Jeffrey enough? He's not sure either.
10 second.
Still looking at how much he has of the 4. Now the 5, I'm not sure if there's a 5-6 combination quite straight or if the 5 only goes to the bottom left.
Corner.
That could make his decision on the 4 be different as well.
Corner.
Now the shot is on the 4. The 5-6 combination I was checking was a little bit off angle. So ideally would like to be as straight as possible on it. But I think she was mainly just focusing on putting the 4. And this might be go time. Could also roll up on the 6, but knowing Dennis, he likes to take his chances too. He's called the 6. Is he going to play withdraw into the long rail?
10 seconds.
Oh, he's drawn the cue ball too much. Ay, ay, ay.
Corner.
That is surprising. She called a 5 to the bottom left. Does that still go? That would be their savior. I wasn't thinking it would go past the 10. Yeah, in that case, Dennis might have played that side on the 5. So one longer shot on the 7. Yeah, nice stun run, guaranteeing that little bit of angle on the 8 as well for Pia. They're on prime shape. Such an important moment this is for them to get the first set on the board. Such a huge thing. Yeah, excellent cue ball for Grabe.
Corner.
Played an excellent cue ball. Now this 10 for Filler to steal this first set. The 10 is in. What a steal of a set.
Pia. Dennis.
3-1 down and really looked like it was all going to be over. And they managed to take that set away 4-3. And they have their first advantage in this match.
The 2. Two. The 2. The 1. Every break.
Okay, change of plans. Jeffrey Zen breaking off from the center. more risky because the balls will be spreaded more. So better runouts and also to leave shape on the one. You're most likely to leave shape on the one if you don't make a ball on the break, but he has made the four-railer. So great opportunity to put some doubt in the Europeans' heads. Yeah, a little bit of work here on the 2. We'll have to find a window in between the 10 and the 8. No, they went to go around, but this way you're crossing your positional area.
3 corner.
Might have landed just okay, but a little bit steeper cut than he definitely would have liked to give Silviana. Yeah, did not strike it that bad, but just slightly overcut.
3 corner.
Now, yeah, could opt for the jump. Could also go for the kick shot, but the 5 doesn't go in the bottom left, I feel like. So I'm assuming the jump cue will be out. No, he is kicking. So the 5 must go to the bottom left. Wow. I don't think you would be able to do that if you would have tried. He's caught the 3 ball too thin. That's just very, very surprising. You know, sometimes some things that happen on the pool table, I mean,
10
and this
seconds.
is this doesn't really depend on who's playing. It's more like the things that can happen on a pool table are ridiculous at times. Like just the ball's dictating whether something
5 corner.
weird and funny has to happen or when something has to be amazing. Because, yeah, how could you say that was a bad try from Dennis? Making a hit on the 3, everybody would have expected to have made it. So it is the Indonesians back on the table. Needs to stay away from the 9 just okay. I think she can still cue past the 9 to play the stop shot here, so should be fine. Nice view there. Yeah, it was also all about the 3 and the 5 there. So when Dennis hung the 3 ball again, that's where the 3 was laying really nice to get to the 5 ball at the same time.
10 seconds.
I'm not too sure why
10
you
corner.
would draw the cue ball back. I probably would have liked to just play a stop shot there and make sure I stay off the rail. This 10 now, dead straight. Cue ball on the rail. Always tricky. He does make it though, so no worries. Jeffrey Zen
1. Jeffrey.
comes up with straight cueing off the rail. And it's Indonesia that wins the first rack here in this second race to 4. Everybody that just has tuned in, we're playing best out of 3 sets, races to 4. Pia Filler and Dennis Grabe just won the first set, being down 3-1, came back and won 4-3. So now Indonesia,
Thank you.
Silviana Liu And Jeffrey Zen, they
Big.
have to win this second set or they will be out of the tournament. So it's all to play for. Oh, well. Nice, powerful break. Full in the face. So I like to see nice square hits. Whenever they start to break them square, that's where you see the balls, they actually spread nicely. When they are a little bit cut left or right, that's where it gets so scrappy.
Yes.
Yeah, quite an
One side.
important match as well. $75,000 prize fund for this
10 seconds.
Indonesia mixed doubles event. Champion 30,000, runner up 15,000, third, fourth, so semi-final 7,500, and fifth, eighth, so last eight gets 3,750. So the loser of this match will go home without any money.
One side.
The winner of this match
10
guaranteed
seconds.
a little bit
Exit
over
floor.
1,800 each. That makes up for their flight, possibly the entry fees, or flight and hotel for a week. So yeah, that could potentially add some nerves. I mean, they're all professionals. They're all trying to make a living of this. The money is right. The money is big. Definitely enough up for grabs. But it's not always easy to play for these amounts of money.
Ten seconds.
Oh. Yeah, good shot there. Would have liked to roll right on top of it, but I
10
don't
for 1.
think. Well, I was gonna say I don't think the 110 combination is that comfortable to shoot. But Jeffrey did not waste any time, and he's missed it. And especially with how nice and open Silviana broke the balls, this now is a wide open chance for Grabe and Filler. But I actually think Grabe was trying to bump the 10 there.
3 side.
Play the 2 in the top right corner. I'm just a little bit surprised he's missed the bump. She's now playing the carom into the 3 ball, sending the 2 to the top corner. Yeah, only the worst news for Grabe is you're going to be straight. And that means Pia will have to shoot off the rail on this 4. I think this is one of those positions where Dennis, or where I would probably tell my partner, don't elevate, make the 4. I'll take a little bit more cut on the 5 because you can run the cue ball on the 5 to the 6. So the stroke is not as scary, but she's even played a better shot there, a little bit jacked up. Nice, confident stroke. Oh, how's the pace? Pace is perfect. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. In the very scrappy layouts, I feel like Gabe Filler maybe lost a couple of racks because it kind of held them cold. But now in these open racks, I feel like they're so used to playing these open racks. They're both also excellent 9-ball players. So, especially with 8 or 9 balls on the table in these open positions, I would not expect to get back to the table playing these two players. And to tie the score, Dennis Grabe pulls one back for his team. Grabe Filler now tied at 1 with Jeffrey Zen and Sylviana Liu. Definitely a close match so far. 4-3 in the opening set, 1 each in the second set.
Time out. Okay, time out.
But Jeffrey Zen has now made a couple mistakes, so would like to take a little break, I think.
Yeah. This. Okay, time out. Hot. 1-1. Skull time out. One time out. Yeah.
Yeah, and we do have a timeout, so I'm gonna take a little one too. I'll be right back for you with the remainder of this second set. Are we going to get a deciding one? That's the question. I'll be right back.
Break 3. Danish to break.
So, welcome back, everybody, from the Indonesia International Open, sponsored by Predator at the Pro Billiard Center in Jakarta. We have a mixed doubles match here in the last 16 single elimination stage between Dennis Grabe together with Pia Filler. They are up against Jeffrey Zen and Silviana Liu. So 2 European players against 2 Indonesian players. Grabe Filler won the first set. We're now tied 1 each in the second set. And my name is Tim de Ruyter, trying to get all the shots right in the booth or to explain the action for you. Oh, well, guessing this will be the end of their run. Cannot really expect her to cut this in, especially with her being a right-handed player. I don't think she will be able to reach cutting the 3 ball. So she's going to bank the 3 ball 2 rails. Leave the cue ball in the top right corner behind the cluster. Has to be careful for a sweater though.
Three corner. Ten second.
Yeah, I gotta say it's an amazing jump. In my opinion, really deserved the more fuller bump on the forehand shape. But yeah, my opinion doesn't really matter to what the pool gods think at times. No shot on the 4, so we'll have to play safe. Silviana thin over the 4. 4 ball has to land in between the 6-7. Perfectly played though.
Ten second. Extension call. Fourth corner.
Well, is he able to at least get anything for distance? Don't think so, really. I think this 4 ball, Jeffrey might still be able to make the 4 and draw in between the 5 in the side pocket into the rail.
Ten second. Extension call.
Yeah, really a chance to get going. Also a fantastic chance actually for Grab and Filler, but they managed, or they did not manage to get shape on the three ball. That's where they lost the initiative in this first track after the timeout. And this two real shape from Jeffrey puts Sylviana almost straight in on the 10 to take the lead again. This is a very important set for them. Obviously, all the important, or all the sets or all the racks are important. And it's interesting to see how now Grabe and Filler are taking their timeout. So that means no more timeouts left in this match. And as they're taking a timeout, let me take a little break as well. And then I'll make sure I'll be ready to go all the way till the end of this match. We'll see you very shortly. So now both
Like four.
teams have taken their
Ready
timeouts,
to
so
break.
we will have no more breaks in this match, as far as I know. Jeffrey Zen and Sylviana Liu just ran out after a positional mistake from Grabe and Filler. Nice square hit, and then makes a ball. No open shot on the one ball though. Yeah, difficult. Always difficult when the one ball lands in front of the corner.
Push shot.
Are they looking at a jump rail first on the
10
one,
seconds.
or are they looking at no? I cannot imagine a double jump. That would be insane. Must be the jump rail first. I might not like it. I mean, obviously, if you hop a little bit too much on the rail, you're not going to hit the one ball anymore. So
10 seconds. Extension call.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gives it back. Well, he's even looking at about like a full cue masse around the three ball, the big curve, the Florian
One court.
Köhler kind of shot. But oh, he's going for it. Knows it's a big ball, but then still,
Ball 1.
yeah, just barely missed
Second.
it. It was aggressive. He still did like his odds there, though, but yeah, in some way, a little bit surprised he has not given it back. So now with Jeffrey breaking from the center, every time someone wins a safety battle, the run out is most likely available.
10 seconds.
9 balls on the table, decent spread. I think main thing is the 1, 2, 3 first couple balls. Yeah, landed as good as perfect on the 2. As you can see, if she can get nicely and straight on the 3 ball, the 5 is next to it, and suddenly the whole center of the table is wide open and available for a run out
10 seconds.
and Team Indonesia to get on the hill first. That would mean we're getting close to a deciding set. A little bit more angle on the 3 ball. That just barely dropped. Caught it just slightly thin. Probably stopped his breath for a little second there. I mean, that was. I thought he missed it. I thought he hung the 3 ball. But it's still there. Now, don't forget, Grabe and Filler, they were down 3-1 in the first set as well and still managed to win the opening set. So don't count them out. But being up 3-1 is such a big advantage. It's not one you can always overcome, obviously.
10 seconds.
A little bit straight onto the 8. Could still draw into the bottom long rail in this view to let the stroke out. Or even go forward if he has that slight angle. Yeah, very glad to be involved in this event together with Mark White. It's been a great event the last 6 days. This is day 6, final match of day 6. We have one more day to come tomorrow.
Like 4, Jeffrey Aina.
At the same time in Europe, the European Youth championships going on, also live at the Pro Billiard Series channel. So after this match, don't forget to tune in there if you want to see some of the brightest talents in Europe. How cool is that nowadays with technology to where you can stream multiple matches on the same page, on the same channel, multiple languages of commentary. I know the original production in Indonesia, where this tournament is being held in Jakarta, they do have an Indonesian,
Take 5.
or they do
Silviana
have
to green.
Indonesian commentators, and then we have a different feed for the English commentary. I think it's a great setup. Definitely a setup more tournaments should do to reach as many people on this planet. I think that's a great way to grow the publicity and, well, definitely the name of pool worldwide would grow from that. Nice, powerful break there from Silviana. A little bit overcut on the break. And no open shot on the one, I feel like, for Dennis. Or does he have... Well, the one ball seems to be on. But what can he get on the two ball after? That is going to be tricky. A little bit of a two-way position. I'm sure the Indonesian fans in the venue, they're stoked to see Jeffrey Zen and Silviana on the hill. Quite sure they were stoked the
Second
first
ball.
set and bummed
1.
to see them to lose the first set still. But I'm sure they will give it everything they can to push the Indonesians over the finish line in the second set at least. Wow, great cueing there from Dennis. Does he get something on the two? I actually think almost any position on the two ball would have been nice. She's still looking at playing the two off the eight, but no, I think it should be all right. I think it's there.
10 seconds.
Oh, and yeah, she's trying to hold the cue ball for the three. Yeah, how to get to this two ball? Probably two rails over the left side. Yeah, Pia
10
can't
seconds.
really complain about the outcome of the two, but I'm sure she was
Stand ball.
devastated to see that the two ball stayed up still.
Two side. And second. Ball. 1. Ball in hand.
Yeah, very good try. Very close. But it does give the Europeans, Grabe Filler, another chance to make the scoreline closer. And the last time they did that, they still managed to get it done. So it's a little bit scary for Jeffrey and Silviana. Hopefully, they're not thinking like, oh no, they're coming back again, or like these kind of thoughts, you know. Everybody has had them, you know, to where you're leading, you lose the first set, you say, okay, well, that can happen. And then the second set, you're leading again. Now, suddenly, your brain is like, well, don't make a mistake because last time I did that, I still lost the set. And then basically, you decided your own future. So hopefully they're not having these thoughts. And if they're having these thoughts, hopefully they can put some logic into the brain, tell themselves to stay calm, gotta focus on their own game. It's only one game they're losing now. It doesn't really mean it's 3 games in a row right away. Makes a big difference. Now Pia going to draw back just in front of the side pocket to give a little bit more cueing on the cue ball for Dennis. Yeah, did not draw the cue ball enough. Still a little better than being on the rail. But Dennis might have to elevate.
Ten-second.
Oh, they hung the 9 ball. I was surprised a little bit to see her play low left. I might have liked the inside a little better. But what a chance for the Indonesians to get the second set under their wing. We could be having a deciding set. What a drama. Straight in on the 10. And there it is. So it is Team Indonesia, Jeffrey Zen and Sylviana Liu, who get the second set under their wing. They tied the score at 1. And we have just 1 set to play to get to the quarterfinal, to get into the prize money as well. Yeah, very surprising miss. Played a good shot on the 7. Nice shot from Dennis on the 8.
Yeah. Balik, set 3. Set 3, rec 1. Here to break.
So now Grabe and Filler, they did have the first break in the first set. From there it alternates. So Jeffrey and Sylviana had the break in the second set, the first break. So that's the reason why PS now breaking off in the deciding set. Pia really hoping for that 4-railer to make. That 9 ball in the corner. Just barely did not make it. And now with the 1 ball in front of the corner, does the 2 go to the bottom right?
1 corner.
That would mean might be a scrappy layout, but it might be a run out available at least. Now, if the 2 doesn't go, they could still play safe behind the 6. But if it does go, you have to shoot.
Nine corner. Nine corner.
Yeah, 3-9 combination has to take care of the cue ball and of the 3-ball. Now, I do think the cue ball is going to run full into the 10. And that 3-ball just stopped in time. Imagine also the momentum and the confidence boost Jeffrey and Sylviana just got. Because when they lost the first set 4-3 after being up 3-1, that's where you can lose a little bit of confidence. But to then win the second set 4-1, going into the third set, that's definitely going to push you a little further. It's going to push you with confidence, saying, well, if we're starting to feel this good, let's produce another one of these sets. Why not? And I think it would be a little bit of an upset to see Grab and Filler
10
go out of
seconds.
the tournament in the last 16.
No more attention. No.
Yeah, put a really good stroke there on the 4 from Jeffrey. Need to come up with a little bit of a position to get to the 5. And this 6 ball may be a little bit scary and to the side. Might have to opt to play to the corner with low right spin. It's either you drop the 6 ball in soft and you take more cut on the 7, or you let the stroke out a bit and you play to the top right corner.
10 seconds.
But I'm not going to try and draw the cue ball back off the side pocket here. Yeah, it just slid in. A little bit of bad news though. Quite straight on the 7. Could play real first. Could play just follow to play the 8 all along the long rail in the top corner. Yeah, the crowd acknowledging that shot. I think it's quite impressive that she was able to cheat the pocket and get the cue ball out. But the little nudge on the 8, really not that ideal.
10 seconds.
Ooh. Yeah. A little bit of a nervy laugh there. I mean, they are definitely off to a good start in this third set, but still they are making things a little bit scary at times. Imagine the shape on the 7, like I mentioned. Also the shot Silviana played to get on the 8. And then here, look at that cue ball off the 10. Also did get very close to the center.
Break 2.
But there was a lot of ifs. And as long as you can say if, it doesn't mean it happened. So no problem at all. Jeffrey Zen and Silviana Liu now leading. And Jeffrey now breaking a little bit more outside the box. Oh, look at this. Just don't think he's going to get an open shot on the 1. The 10 and the 4 blocking the 1 ball. And also a cluster with the 3-9. The 3 doesn't go by the 6. So it doesn't go at all.
One corner.
Yeah, difficult.
10 seconds.
Difficult to hit. I don't think you can kick near the side pocket. So he's having the jump cue out. Decent hit. Still nothing available on the one. And also, in many cases, it just doesn't make any sense to pocket the one ball. As long as you don't have any angle to open up the three, there's just no value in it.
10 seconds. Extension call.
Yeah, might be just enough.
One corner. Ten seconds. Ball one. Ball in hand.
Oh. Now, gotta say, a little bit surprised she's missed the complete one ball there. Yeah, on the other TV table,
10 seconds.
just got the news in from a good friend of mine watching that table. He just got to tell me that Yasmin Ushan
Three corner.
and Marco Teucher, they lost their last 16 match. So there goes another. Well, I would say if you look beforehand in the 32 pairings that are in the tournament, I would say those were quite high on my list. They were up against two Vietnamese players. Now I am going to struggle quite a bit with their names. I'm going to try Chao Van Huao and Bui Juan Vang. They have beaten Marco Teucher and Yasmin Ushan in the last 16. Not Europe's best week so far in any division. Still, this could still go Europe's way. Grabenfiller still in it. Only down one game, one rack. And they're at the table, so definitely the opportunity to tie things up. Ooh, she really used every single bit of that corner. And look at her face. She realizes it. Trust me, she knows that she got a little fortunate. If she had played it a little bit more punchy, then that would not have dropped.
Yeah, 10 corner.
And then the 10 ball, now
Leg two.
one
Finish.
each.
Yeah.
If we tie 3 each, we do go to a shootout. Yeah, both a little bit of a smile there. I mean, That 7 ball, I'm quite sure that skipped a beat for both of them. I mean, that's the thing too. There are so many players that can play such a soft stroke or soft speed on the ball to play pocket speed, to where this 7 ball was just enough. She played it just fluent enough.
Take 3. Then is to break.
Oh, really put everything on the break there. If you looked at his body movement, I have to say I might have never seen him. Did he kick his leg up? Like, I felt like his leg was flying up in the air. Never seen him really break this firm, but plenty of balls in and the shape on the 2. Oh, what has she played there? What has she done? Just stun left. Not enough left spin on the ball.
Extension call.
Yeah, difficult position. I mean, it's quite close to the 8. Not an easy jump. Can kick one rail over the long rail. Did call his extension just to make sure he has plenty of time. They have a screen where they can see how much time they have, so definitely won't be confused about the time. Yeah, nice hit. Might have left the 4 ball on actually for Indonesia with left spin, but then it's not going to be close to the 5. The other option is to bank the 4 2 rails out, stick the cue ball behind the 9, and then possibly get the ball in hand.
10 seconds.
But
Extension call.
yeah, definitely after such a great break from Dennis, quite sure they were hoping for a little bit more. Oh, she even was able to play with inside spin. Oh, this is a good chance. Oh, look at that cue ball. Ay, ay, ay. Actually, quite fortunate still to have it to the corner where the 9 ball is laying. But then still, maybe inside spin. Top right.
10 seconds.
Oh. Yeah, the spin really makes a shot a lot tougher. Not that she has left such an easy shot on the 6, but yeah, that was
This one.
such a great chance
10
for
seconds.
Grab and Filler to run this rack out after the break, and then now a great chance for Jeffrey and Sylviana to do the same. Oh, did she hook them behind the 8? Cannot tell from this angle that well, but that is just very aggressive that she went all the way.
6. Corner. 10 seconds.
So aggressive on the cut. You see a little bit of masse, so it must not go. And overdone it. You see, you can clearly feel the pressure now in the arena. It's really happening because they both know that the team that gets on 3 frames first is guaranteed to at least have a shootout or, well, possibly to get the win in the deciding set and go
10
to
seconds.
the last 8. Yeah, a lot of back and forth drama. Yeah, good pace from 8 to 9. I do think Pia can either draw straight to play the 10 in the same corner, could maybe also cheat the pocket just slightly, stun out. Cheating the pocket, basically using the outside of the
Set
pocket
point.
a little bit more on the aiming, pocketing the ball a little bit more wide left or right. That's what we call cheating the pocket. Yeah, so quite
3.
the back and forth drama and misses. But it is Dennis and Pia who win the rack still. 2-1 up. Pia will be breaking next. And this was a fantastic break from Dennis, where I was very surprised to not see them run out. Here you see Pia not getting on the next ball from 2 to the 3 ball, I believe. From there, a lot of back and forth shots.
Back 4. Pia to break. One, two, three, four.
Well, made a ball on the break. Such a big difference, too. If you can just manage to make something on the break, that's where you at least have your own initiative to play a solid safety right after. Or, of course, to pocket the ball, but that's just not always available. I'm not sure whether Dennis was playing this a little bit more conservative or if he was too close on the 1 ball to stun the cue ball behind the 8 ball. Still all the balls near the long rail, though.
10 seconds.
Messy stuff. And why would you not just push another ball to the rail then? This is going to have another tail, I feel like. Hooked on the 3. Now also no future on the 4 ball by any means. I mean, 4 doesn't go in the
3
bottom
points.
right. Soon will go to the top right. But the run out won't be available for quite some time.
Ten seconds.
Yeah, nicely spotted. Will be at least a 2 rail kick shot. Could also go 3 rails. Yeah, I think I like the 3 rails better. This is a clever shot. He beat me to it. 3 rails. If you can catch it full, you have a bigger chance of leaving a rehook than 2 rails. 2 rails, the 3 ball really doesn't have any outs. Oh, quite sure Dennis is going to try and play the cue ball back where it was before. Oh, was not trying to catch the 5. Did the side pocket? I think that knuckle might have gone right in between. As you see, the cue ball is slightly in between the jaws of the side pocket.
Extension call.
Yeah, I believe the only thing you can do is try to thin the 3 ball. Yeah, and bring the cue ball back behind the 4-6. But the double kiss might be on too. The 3 is pretty close to the rail.
2 corner.
Yeah, mainly played the cue ball there. So it's a shot for Jeffrey and Silviana. Now this rack, I feel like this rack is far from over if you look at how difficult the shape will get from 3 to 4 and from 4 to 5. I already had to cheat the pocket on the 3 to even get to the 4. And he's missed the 3 ball.
Ten-second.
Oh. Well, I think he walked straight over back to his chair, probably to give Pia her jump cue because, well, they might have still. Wow, they have an edge of the 4. The thing is, with these layouts, they're just sometimes so difficult. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Very close. Like I was saying, sometimes the layouts are just so difficult and you need maybe 3 or 4 perfect shapes in a row to even think about the out.
10-second. Extension call. 4-5.
Oh, that's a big difference. I was really not sure how much she could hit from the 4, but it did go into the side. Now, not too sure if she actually left a shot on for Jeffrey on this 5 ball, but a safety behind the 6 is definitely possible. And how is the pace? Pace might be just right. Might be no out over the short rail. No. And the 9 is blocking the top rail. So to even hit the 5, you might have to jump. As you see, the 9 is blocking most of the top long rail in this view. A little bit rushed. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Jump kick. Any other result? Well, I do feel this is a combination you have to take on. It's just a slight little bit of cut on the combination. If you cut the 5 ball into a small cut on the 7, that's what I mean. The cut itself
7 corner.
somewhat bigger.
7. 10 corner. 10 second.
Oh, she. Not too sure. I know it was a little bit of a bigger cut directly onto the 5.
5 corner.
But then again, the speed on the 5 ball has to be so well. Yeah, what a fantastic shot that was. Inside spin on the long 5 ball. Still queuing above the 8. And have to play probably the bump on the 9 and take the cut on the 7. But still, it's a chance. It's a huge chance too. This run out means a guaranteed shootout. Oh, he's missed the bump on the 9. Ay. That is a little bit surprising. Of course, he still has the thin safety over the 7 behind the A10. So this rack is far from over. Back to tactical play. Very important safety battle coming up. The one that gets the ball in hand or the first shot. Could say it's quite lucky to still win the rack. Oh. Well, you might be just fortunate enough to have the 9 ball right in between.
Second.
My second doubt is the 10 might now also be blocking the 8 ball to the corner, which, if that's true. Oh, what a shot there from Grabe. That's an excellent shot there. Killed the cue ball.
8.
And needed the perfect speed to send the 7 ball behind any of the 3 balls.
10 second.
So I would say a deserved opening shot for Grabe filler, especially after that kick safety from Grabe. I think he's played that very well. And then now a chance again on the 7 if the 8 does go by the 10. If not, they will have to get close at minimum. But now this means that it should go to me, but looks tight. Yeah, I think he felt a little bit jumpy there. I think it was a very nervy shot to play. Quite some body movement from Grabe.
Corner.
Yeah, nice solid stun there. Center ball stun. Nice queuing from Pia. This 10 to get on the double hill. Could be breaking for the match right after. and definitely guaranteeing themselves a shootout at least.
Black 4,
And
damage.
there goes the 10. So it is the Europeans now on the double hill. One rack to go to get to the quarterfinals.
Black 5, then is to break. Four, 1, ball in hand.
Well, there is another lifeline. Found a way to make balls on the break. But this time that also includes the cue ball. 2 balls in. Very, very important moment for Jeffrey Zen and Sylviana Liu. They're at the brink of defeat. So now, is there any difficulty on the table? Don't really think so. It's going to try and get almost straight on the 2. Yeah, perfect. This way, if you play draw, you're always going to be directly off the long rail, which is definitely preferred. Do not shoot the 3 ball being glued stuck to the rail. Then now draw to get closer to the 6. It was a wide open run out from the beginning. Did land maybe a little bit straight on the 6 and not too easy to reach. No, it should be fine. Cheated the pocket with top right. Like I said, the layout was really favoring for a run out. And then to start also with ball in hand, that is such a big deal. Yeah, understruck the 7 ball a little bit there. Maybe because she couldn't reach it that well, but also that's why there's not that much draw on the ball. A little bit more distance on the 8.
10 seconds.
Yeah, still nicely done. Probably would play just a stop shot or maybe cheat the pocket slightly, stun over just a slight bit.
10 core.
Yeah, perfect to pull one back. No give up in these two. They're playing all the way to the end. Score now 3-2. Grabenfiller, the Europeans, still leading. But gotta be careful because Jeffrey and Sylviana, they are on their way to possibly make this a 3 each set and a deciding shootout.
Strike 6. Delfiano to break.
Yeah, for Grab and Filler, just the only mission is to either play a good safety or play one solid rack. So they just got to be ready for whatever opportunity gets to the table. Oh, a nice, powerful break. Just, I think sometimes it's unreal how often the next ball you have to shoot ends up on that top short rail. Just happens so often. So definitely a safety shot coming up on this two. Catching the left side of the two ball, bring the cue ball back where it is now. No, he played it the other way around. Oh, nice shot there. Yeah, better option, honestly. Gotta be honest there. I think this option was a little bit better. And also, if you stick the cue ball with the 7, it will always be more difficult to hit than such a long safety, but not the cue ball being locked up.
10
If you
seconds.
can freeze up the cue ball
Section
somewhere,
gone.
that's always the best move. Yeah, what can I say? Full hook on the 3 ball, just as tough as hitting the
10
2 ball
seconds.
in the previous shot. Well, might be maybe slightly easier, as thought she was closer to the 4,
Ball
but
1.
still.
Ball in hand.
Oh, she's missed the whole 3 ball. And look at this, with ball in hand, 3, 4, and the 5 nearby. So maybe only the shape from 5 to 6. And then everything else is for the taking. The 3, 4, and the 6 in the same corner, the bottom right corner. 5 and the 7 in the top right. And then we might go to a shootout. It would be a very nervy one, I feel like. Like I mentioned, the loser of this match does not have prize money yet. And obviously, everybody's looking to win a title,
10 seconds.
to
Section
gain more
gone.
confidence. That's the thing. Sometimes it's also not about the money. Sometimes it's about capturing the title to try and get something going. You win a title, maybe you go to the next tournament, you finish third, and then now suddenly you're on a streak. You make a couple great results. In the end, you still made good money. So it's not always about that one tournament here. But sure, if you lose this match, afterwards you'll be thinking, man, that was important. A little bit straighter on the 5, but she did draw the cue ball back perfectly on the 6. You could see the tap from Jeffrey there. Knew that this was a very important positional shot. Yeah, 4 balls remaining. Gotta say, my hands are sweating. If yours are not, then you're not too invested on this. I think it has been really back and forth all match. I think we've seen almost everything happen except for a shootout. So yeah, I wouldn't be even surprised if we had the shootout here. Wow, what a match. And straight draw near where the cue ball is now.
10 side.
Yeah, almost perfect on the 10. This 10 ball to make this to a deciding set. 3 each in the deciding set goes to the shootout. And there it is. So Jeffrey Zen and Silviana,
Time out,
they
5
pull
minutes.
off a
Tapos na
great
turno.
comeback. And it looks like we're going to have a short timeout to make sure both teams are ready for the deciding shootout. So I'm going to go take a little timeout as well, and I'll be
Men.
right back to close out the match.
Release 2 men or 2 ladies. No, no. Pandang.
And here we are back at the Indonesia International Open. What a match we've had between Dennis Grabe together with Pia Filler against Jeffrey Zen and Silviana Liu. On the match Europeans against the Indonesians, we've reached the shootout, the deciding shootout to get through to the last eight. The loser is out. So there's a lot at stake. And it looks like Grabe has the first shot. It's 5 shots each, alternating sides. If we tie the score after 5 innings, we'll go to the sudden death. And Grabe, with some excellent cueing, makes the first one, putting the early pressure on Jeffrey Zen, shooting up next. So let's see how Jeffrey's queuing is. How are the nerves? One each. Oh, a little bit of body movement there from Grabe. It's a mistake. Could be losing the initiative here. Yeah, Jeffrey does make his. Yeah, you could see a little bit of a celebration. Well, our apologies. We've had a slight technical issue. Should be fine now. Now, Jeffrey had 2 out of 2. Dennis only had 1 out of 2. But then now, Pia has made her first. Sylviana has missed her first. So we're square at 2. The initiative back with Graben Filler. This is the last one of 5, though. Yeah, she does make hers. That could be possibly be the winning shot. Just everything depends on Sylviana Lou. she makes it, will go into the sudden death. If she misses her last shot, the Indonesian team we see here, Jeffrey Zen and Sylviana Liu, will be out of the tournament. This is a big shot under a lot of pressure in their home country. Can they hang in there in this match? She needs to make this. Oh, she has missed it. And the disappointment is there. The handshake is there too. So it is Dennis Grabe and Pia Filler advancing to the last eight in the Indonesia International Open mixed doubles competition. Unfortunately for Jeffrey Zen and Sylviana Liu, their journey is now over. Thank you all for being here with me. This was our last match for